It's the GOAT Coach, Coach T Flow, and welcome to another episode of Coffee with Coach. Woo woo! This is going to be a doozy, guys. So, and I'm gonna have to walk this monologue kind of light. I got tiptoe. Y'all know I come straight forward and wham, wham, wham. I don't hold my tongue. I just put the facts out there and the opt-in part of the video out there, and I let people come to their own judgment. All right. This is a special edition of Coffee with Coach. Usually with Coffee with Coach, we hit things from a physical or fitness part first, and then we get into our pop culture segment of the podcast. But we're coming right at it today, guys. We're holding no punches. Cassie and P Diddy, a video dropped this weekend of P Diddy. I don't know if he was chasing. I don't think he was chasing her. She was already out of the hotel room. There was happening, I think, in an Atlanta hotel room, and she was out of the hotel room. Looked like she was close to the elevator. And P Diddy runs down the hallway in a towel, basically naked, confronts her, slams her to the ground, and commences to kicking her. We do not condone that. It was tough to watch. You have to ask yourself, what makes a guy like this continue to, and then this video was old, guys, but we've been hearing about Diddy, probably most of you guys, especially if you're younger, all your adult life. I know I've been hearing about him, some of his antics for the last at least 20 years. So we don't condone what he did, no kind of way. In whatever context it was, he kicked her while she was on the ground. I mean, that was tough to watch, especially if you picture somebody you love or you care for in that same situation. So I've said this a million times, well, 1,000,001 now, but when you add other context to the discussion, that's when women come in the defensive, and that's what I'm going to address. I'm not going to even put it out there like I really wanted to. I'm going to go with the accountability part when it comes to viewership, meaning that if we got daughters, you got sisters, if we all try to nurture and bring them up or raise them in a way to where, hey, the first time that you see any toxic traits or physical harm or even mental anguish towards an individual, no matter what capacity you and that individual are in, it's a red flag, and you should be making an exit strategy. I think that's what we need to focus on, because if I bring up the fact that if she was in a relationship with this guy for 11 years, here they come. You never been in you never did, you didn't do this, you don't understand. And I'm like, you're right, I don't. Because what I see is, I see plenty of, and I researched this, I've seen plenty of videos and images of them smiling, happy, having fun. Private jets, luxury hotels, all of the Oscars, the Grammys, all the high Met Gala. I mean, just all the high class society events that they went to. And you would think, I'm a man, just me thinking, I'm like, if things were just so awfully terrible, why stay? And it came a time where Cassie did leave. She got tired of it. She left. And I'm so happy for her that she left and she found love with another person. But what I'm trying to figure out, and I'm not a psychologist, what makes women stay? Especially when, let's just say 2005, I think she met him, and their relationship ended, I think, in like 2017. Maybe the timeline might be off a little bit, but roughly just say a decade and some change. She's left before. She's came back. So when it comes to the people we love, the females in our life that we care about, we have to use this experience to show them, hey, the grass ain't always greener on the other side. Because it's a word called allure uh, that people can use to kind of lock you in. It might be, and I'm just going to throw a random thing out there, a professor at a college. Maybe he has a student, a female student, slipping in grades, and you have to come in and do extra credit, or I need your help on this project, and manipulating her to get close to her to where she's now dependent on him. I get that. That happens. When you want to be a pop star or a model and you're ambitious and your boss advances kind of overwhelm you, this can happen. This happens in everyday life, guys, not just P Diddy and Cassie. This happens in everyday life. It's when the violence takes part and the narcissism, that's where the issues come in at. Now keep in mind, guys, so I'm from Columbus, Georgia. P Diddy was dating Kim Porter, God bless the dead, when Cassie came into the play. And I don't know if you millenniums or whatever they call y'all, G-Force, whatever the hell they call y'all young people in their 20s and 30s. I don't know if y'all remember, but she used to ridicule Kim Porter, call her the old lady and things of that nature because she was the new young chick. Bringing down another woman who told her, reports say that Kim told her, you're going to be in this position one day. And you're going to know how it feels. So this is coming from woman to woman, not me. This ain't my opinion now. This is, God bless the dead. She told Cassie this. It was once reported that Cassie wanted to sleep in, I want to know what it feels like to sleep in the master bed. And P. Diddy made Kim get out of the master bedroom for Cassie can sleep in it. So, if she was 19 and let's kick it to her late 20s or early 30s, and we all know Carisha, and I don't know if I think she came along after Cassie. But there's another lady, Gina V, that has a story. I mean, these stories have been out there about this guy. So when ladies still flock to him, regardless of the stories, I don't know if it's the mentality, he won't do me like that, or I can change. I don't know what the mentality is, but there are red flags out there that these women have to pay attention to, that our daughters, that our sisters have to pay attention to, and we have to help them. We got to be, hey guys, don't be fooled by the glitz and the glam, the private jets, the luxurious hotels, all the high society events, because this person is not good for your spirit. It's not good for you, not good for what you are trying to encompass. And I think that's the message that we need to put out there. I feel like a lot of stories are going to come out. I believe a lot of women are going to start putting their story out there. Like I said, I just seen one with the lady named Gina V, who I never knew about. And she said that, and once again, Meek Mill's names came up. That's the weird part, this Meek Mill Diddy connection, and I'm sure some more are going to come out about that. But she actually gave Meek Mill a compliment for his birthday, and that angered Puff allegedly, and they got into a spat. Well, he hit her. That's what she said on an interview podcast. I think we dropped that earlier this morning on the Modest Steels podcast on Instagram if you're watching there. So I think that these women that have been abused are going to start coming forward on podcasts or their own platforms and putting it out there what happened to them. But you know what society is going to say. Why now? Because, just being honest, it does, in some cases, looks like a money grab. Oh, Cassie got hers, let me try to get mine. Let me tell the story about time he pushed me down the stairs or whatever. That didn't happen. I'm just using examples. And that doesn't change the abuse that the woman went through. It just might change the reason that you're bringing it up. Or maybe they was afraid. I mean, I don't know. But we have to start putting this in ladies, young women, that these people with all this money, with the connections in the music and film industry, don't be fooled. Please. Everything that looks gold ain't gold. You know how you've heard old folks say, everything, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably isn't. Obviously, this man has had a pattern of doing this for the last 30 years almost. So how can anybody who's new to the fray be enticed? This is the part that I think people have problem with. Women have choices, and I just stand by that. And some women, when it comes to that choice, they are willing to endure what comes with it. I think Cassie was willing to endure what came with it for a while. Keep in mind, when she came on, she was the number 2 girl. He had a girlfriend. That didn't stop her. And she hung in there for a while. And even when Diddy got back with Kim, when Kim died, Cassie got back with Diddy. That's facts, people. Don't shoot the messenger. Google it. Matter of fact, we posted it. That happened. I don't know what kind, not to mention the drug usage. You know, back when I was young, it was a phrase from Nancy Reagan, just say no. And I realize now just saying no might be the hardest thing for some women to do, to say no. But I bet if it was old local joker or bust down working man and he tried to get you to do something, he'd be like, boy, you crazy. But if a rich, powerful man gets you to do it, you open to it. And I'm not saying she did it that way, but that's what it seems like. It seems like almost through his narcissistic behavior, controlling, she was willing to do anything. From the alleged sex workers actually having sex with other people for his enjoyment, from the drug use to changing her appearance. And her story is unique because I haven't heard any other women come out to that extreme. Not to say no other woman was abused by this man, but what she was willing to do to keep that lifestyle or to be a part of him. Now, people are going to say, well, he was controlling, he made her do that. That's where I have disagreement at. Because she eventually left, and people bring up the Kid Cudi car thing. I mean, that's debatable. One thing about it, y'all, the Alphabet Boys, the ATF, alcohol, tobacco, and firearms, yeah, when stuff like bombs go off, that's who investigates that. They would have loved to bring down a big fish like P Diddy if he had some involvement in an actual bomb going off. Not saying he did or he didn't. I just know that law enforcement would have been tickled to bring him down over bombing. That's terroristic stuff, homeland security. A different type of investigation goes into things like that. You know, these rappers, and they have beef with all kind of people. They got all kind of things going on. People do things for the hype. People stage things. I mean, so much stuff goes on that you just can't believe every little thing that you see on the internet, especially if it's just coming from one source that can't be collaborated by anybody else. I heard they brought up Kid Cudi saying that he blew up his car, or he had something to do with his car getting blown up. Like I said, what else have we heard from that? And I'm not saying just because it wasn't on Fox or CNN that's not true. I'm just saying, what else? Just what the collaborating evidence at? Where? The ATF would have had a field day with this. I don't know about that one. I do know that educating our young women about monsters like this, it'll help some, but some of them don't care. You don't think Carisha knew about Kim Porter? You don't think Carisha knew about Gina V? You don't think Carisha knew about Cassie? Young Miami, they calling her Carisha, and I guess she's trying to change her brand. I think about songs like You Tried It and Jobs. I think, now this is my personal belief about Young Miami, aka Carisha. I think she was with it because if you listen to her music before she got with Diddy, she was already a sex worker to me. But with that being said, she knew about all those other women, all those other problems, and she seemed like she probably had a little bad before she even kind of mixed up with Diddy. But she still went. So the claims that the manipulative and all that, she made a choice. Hey, I want to get with this guy. She had a bag. She had money. But she still got with Diddy. So I don't understand that mind state that makes a woman with knowledge of still gravitate to a person like Diddy. It's a lot of Diddys in the world. He ain't the only one. Affleck. All right, Affleck, I need a check for the cosign. I got y'all brand. Oh, and the SEC. Y'all better tighten up. I'm going to put it right there if y'all can see the duck. Well, ladies, in a nutshell, let's educate our sisters, our daughters, on how to recognize behavior like this from a guy. And ladies, y'all tell them what they should do. I'm all ears for any solution of keeping young women out of the grasp of monsters like P Diddy. But to assassinate the messenger and to make up lies, and then when you can't debate your facts because you didn't read the law, I read the lawsuit, and that's where I think I'm not gonna say an advantage. I have a different outlook on the case because I read Cassie's lawsuit. I didn't read every bit of like every last word, but I read the majority of it, and it's daunting. But out of her own words, she participated in high class society, and I think that draw played a part in it. That's all I'm saying. Everything he did to her was wrong. Not to mention when people are on drugs, and she, once again, this is coming from her. She was on the dope, the cocaine, the lilacs, the perks, everything you can think of, the heroin, all that. They was on all the drugs. You definitely, now come on now. Y'all seen Geek Monsters. Y'all seen people who are under influence of drugs act crazy, do crazy things. So there's no telling what kind of mix all that played into this. Not saying it's right, just saying it's reality. They even accused Young Miami of trafficking in a new lawsuit by a former producer of a Bad Boy. She was the trafficker. She used to bring the dope in. Pink cocaine, they call it. Some kind of mixture of cocaine and fentanyl or something. Something, a mixture of dope. And I know this is not about Carisha, but what makes a woman do that after the fact? When it's mysterious conditions or circumstances that the child of his kids died. I mean, some people say she was writing a book and P Diddy wanted her silenced. I haven't heard the family of Mrs. Porter go real vocal or publish. Like I said, they're from Columbus, Georgia, our hometown, where we're at right now. And it would seem like two things. Now this is opinion, because I don't know. If there are some mysterious circumstances which implement P Diddy and Kim Porter's death, either the family is quiet because there's an investigation going on, or the family is quiet because they believe he didn't have any involvement. I don't know which one is true, but you would think that with the uproar that you're seeing on social media, because it's everywhere, they're talking about her ghost and everything, you would think that the family would come out and say, hey, this was going on or that's what's going on. Because Kim Porter's name has definitely been in the algorithm lately. And she did die up under mysterious causes. I don't know what happened. I don't even know what the cause of death was. But let's teach our children, our daughters, our young women not to be attracted to these type of individuals. The Bad Boy. Ain't that what his record company name is? Bad Boy. Women even got songs about it. Why do good girls love bad boys? That's the problem. You have a strychnine nerd in school. Y'all ignore him. Y'all want to go for the gangster, go for the dope boy, go for the cool guy. Flip that shit 10 years later, he's a junkie, drug addict, abuser, all kind of stuff. And the nerd is up. He got him a good job, making him $100K a year. And then you start looking at that strychnine nerd like, dang, he was the catch the whole time. That's what we need to fix. He was the catch all the time. You just didn't see it. Because society got women, got all of us thinking a different way. Like the gangster's the bad boy and the bad boy's what's it, or the dope boy what's it. That's a dangerous lifestyle. Comes with a cost. Ask Cassie. Anyway, guys, what do you guys think about the Cassie P Diddy situation? And what can we do to keep women from further going through abuse like Cassie did? Put in the comments. I'm all ears. This is Coffee with Coach, with the GOAT Coach, Coach T Flow. Peace. I'm out.